Devereaux is going to pass. No, it's Bishop in there now.
It's time for local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Now let's head live to the stadium for coverage of local sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Eastmont High School. It's our first time to get over here to the east side of the river for a little volleyball tonight as the Eastmont Wildcats take on the Sunnyside Grizzlies, two teams that have kind of struggled so far this season as they come into this game with one win between the two in 12 matches so far. Sunnyside comes in with a record of 1-5. Eastmont so far 0-6, but hope to change directions here tonight against the Grizzlies. We'll talk to Corinne Davis about her team's struggles so far this season and where they might be as far as the benchmark coming up tonight. That's all coming up on the pregame show as we bring you Big-9 Volleyball tonight. It's Sunnyside here at Eastmont coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Meet the Move Meter from Coldwell Banker. Just enter any two cities and see how a potential move scores based on cost of living and more. Let's make your dream place a reality.
Get your body moving. Tune in for Vibrant Motion, featuring low-impact aerobics hosted by Connie Townsend. These workouts are great for all ages. Vibrant Motion brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center, weekdays on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel, now talking with the very well-clad Corinne Davis, the head coach for Eastmont. We should apologize. We caught you like right after PT last time we had you guys at Wenatchee, so yeah. I wanted to give you that excuse at least.
I appreciate that.
Well, let's talk about the girls. I know you don't have a win yet, but you do have a couple of set wins the last few matches out. Talk about the progression and where they are.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, no match wins yet, but maybe tonight we can do that. Our biggest thing progression-wise right now is that we're really focusing on our front line. Our front line is just, we're not finishing. Our hitting percentage is in the negatives. You can't win when you do that. So we've been pushing lots of hitting reps the last week and a half. We had a bye week last week, so we took advantage of that. So hopefully that shows tonight.
So tell me about that from that perspective, because we don't get to come to volleyball practice. So how do you practice that?
Lots and lots and lots of reps, lots of breakdown technique work. Like, we've honestly just gone back to basics, like just footwork, just perfect contact, and then like a minute straight of one person just hits and then the next. Just lots of reps, repetitive stuff.
Yeah, we have noticed that a little bit when we broadcast your match earlier against Wenatchee. It's not about just knowing where you need to be, it's knowing about that trajectory of the ball too, right?
Yeah, 100%, and that's what we've worked on, is you can't just swing, you have to do it with a purpose.
Right. So talk about health-wise. I know that there's been a sickness going through the Wenatchee Valley. I don't know how it's impacted you guys.
Last week, thankfully, was a bye week because we had lots of girls in and out again. And so lineup today will be a little bit different just because we had several bodies out for a week and a half and still kind of recovering. But I at least have everyone back today, so we'll see what happens.
What are your benchmarks where you can tell the girls, okay, we're doing what we want? Now, don't look at the scoreboard, but we're doing what we want.
Honestly, it's our focus tonight is to have less errors in our hitting, so to increase our hitting percentage. So honestly, we won't know till obviously the end of a set or end of a match. So I'm going to rely on my stats person to give me those numbers at the end of the set so we can see if we're reaching our goals there, because that's our focus.
Sure. Well, best of luck here tonight. Keep everybody healthy.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Corinne Davis joining us here on the pregame show. We'll get you back with the starting lineups brought to you by TC Slingers coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
And welcome back to Eastmont High School, where we get ready for this Big-9 Volleyball matchup tonight between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Sunnyside Grizzlies. Time to take a look at today's starting lineups, brought to you by TC Slingers. Let TC Slingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today at 509-885-2269. That's 509-885-2269. TC Slingers will answer your landscape placement company. Let's get the starters for the visitors. Eisenhower Cadets coming in with a record of 1-5 as they're announced by their head coach, Camille Tree. She's assisted by Kiana Helner Gomez, Leah Diddens, Jessica Appleby, and Janeth Rodriguez. Starters include Ellie Palomares. She'll be wearing number 2. She's a junior. Ashlyn Schneider is an outside hitter. She's a senior. She wears number 6. The libero is Maya Morales. She is a junior, and she wears number 8. Riley Murray is wearing number 13. She's a middle blocker, and she's a senior. Lily Briones wears number 14. She's a sophomore. Lolly Santana is wearing number 15. She's a senior. And Maddie Humphreys, another starter for Coach Tree tonight. She wears number 17, and she is a sophomore. The non-starters for the Ike Cadets: Gracie Morris, a freshman; Mia Mendoza, a sophomore; Giselle Montanez, a junior; Emma Morgan, a sophomore; Brianna Dalrymple is a senior; Aubrey Garza, also a senior, in the lineup here for the Cadets tonight, again with a record of 1-5. They're coming off their only win of the season, and that was last Thursday in a win over Eisenhower, 3-2. Meanwhile, for the Eastmont Lady Cats with a record of 0-6, their starting lineup brought to you by TC Slingers and announced by head coach Corinne Davis. She's assisted by Joe Gwynn, Paris Feifel, and Brittany Bapst. Starters include Brittany Howe, a 5'6" outside hitter. She's a junior. She wears number 3. Emily Sidem is a 5'6" sophomore. She's a setter. She wears number 4. Number 8 is Dallas James, an outside hitter. She's a freshman and is 5'9" tall. Mariah Orendane is a 5'5" middle blocker. She's a senior. She wears number 11. Wearing number 12 is Avery Djurgis. There you go, a 5'5" senior. And she is the Djurgis, a 6-foot sophomore. There you go. She wears number 12. And Brielle Precht also getting the start, being moved up from the JV squad. She's a 5'11" middle blocker. She's a sophomore wearing number 13. The non-starters for Coach Davis here tonight includes Kira Davis, a senior. Michael Staines is the libero. I should have mentioned that. Michael wears number 2. She is a 5'6" senior. Zoe Kleithel is a 5'5" senior. Nevaeh Vandergrift is a 5'10" senior. Gracelyn Swedberg is a 5'3" senior. Lauren Magnuson, a 5'6" freshman. Abby Gale, a 5'6" freshman. And McKenna Bennett is a 5'5" freshman. So that's your lineups here for tonight, brought to you by TC Slingers. Let TC Slingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today at 509-885-2269. TC Slingers in Wenatchee, your landscape placement company. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for volleyball coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School. They're about ready for the announcements of the starters and non-starters for both clubs, as Eastmont plays host to Sunnyside tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Eric Granstrom with you. First of a couple of broadcasts here this week on the NCWLIFE Channel. Coming up on Friday, we'll be across the river at the Apple Bowl. Grant and I will have your call along with Brandon Harley. Moses Lake and Wenatchee football on Friday night. 6:30 live with the pregame. 7 o'clock kickoff from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Coming up next week, we'll be back here at Eastmont for some volleyball as the Wildcats host Davis. I'll have that for you a week from tonight at 7 o'clock here on the NCWLIFE Channel. West Valley at Eastmont football on Friday, October 6th. Grant will be joined by Paul Cullard for the call. Our live pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday, more soccer action with Sebastian Moronga and Matt Wisen on Saturday, October 7th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at Wildcat Stadium, where Eastmont will host Wenatchee. So some of the games coming up here in the near future on the NCWLIFE Channel. After tonight, Eastmont will be on the road at West Valley on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And then they have a tournament coming up this weekend. They'll host Davis next week on Tuesday at 7. That's the game we'll have here on the NCWLIFE Channel. The next matchup for Eastmont will be here at home against Wenatchee on October 5th. They'll host Monroe October 7th, travel to Moses Lake the 10th, host Eisenhower on the 12th, host West Valley on the 24th, and then finish the regular season on the road at Davis on October 26th. The state is out with their first rankings in the RPI poll. Gonzaga Prep is ranked number 1 in the state in 4A volleyball. Camas is number 2. West Valley is ranked 5th ahead of Wenatchee, even though the Panthers knocked off the Rams. West Valley is ranked number 5, while Wenatchee is ranked 8th. Davis is ranked 23rd, Moses Lake 25th. The two teams here tonight ranked down towards the bottom, which stands to reason considering they have one win between the two in 12 matches so far. Sunnyside is ranked 43rd in the state, Eastmont 44 out of 51 teams in 4A volleyball. So that's kind of a look at the landscape to come after tonight. The Sunnyside Grizzlies will host West Valley on October 3rd and then host Davis on October 5th before hosting Wenatchee on October the 10th. So that's a look ahead for Sunnyside. And again, the Grizzlies with that record of 1-5. Meanwhile, Eastmont 0-6 coming into the matchup here tonight. As they continue to announce the starters and non-starters, we will also get our anthem coming up here in just a moment. Your officials for tonight's ball matchup is Tina Mitchell, the up official, and Kirk Einsbar is our down, the two main officials here for this Big-9 volleyball matchup. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese, and freshly rolled dough. Make it an Abby's Pizza night tonight. Also by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. They're committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. That's at Apple Valley Honda. We'll take a break, come back, get your anthem out of the way, and get you ready for volleyball coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event. At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today and let's find your happy place.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
All right, back we are here at Eastmont High School, getting ready for this Big-9 matchup between the Sunnyside Grizzlies and the Eastmont Wildcats. Appreciate you joining us on the NCWLIFE Channel. Eric Granstrom with you as we get ready for Big-9 Volleyball. Season still young, but hard to believe. Looking at the schedule, we're almost to the halfway point here after this week. Yeah, it's gone by pretty quickly. And that's what happens when you get old like me, right? Our coverage tonight brought to you in part by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aqua Therapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net, open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm still recovering from a little bit of flu I had here a couple of weeks ago, so the voice might give me a few fits here tonight. Thankfully, I've got plenty of water, and Josiah Davison also just gave me a diet soda, which I'm sure my wife is much to her chagrin. But she's not here tonight running camera. She is prepping for a procedure tomorrow. And for anybody who's had a colonoscopy, you know what that preparation is. So, love you, honey. You know, wanted you to be closer to facilities tonight rather than here running a camera at Eastmont High School. Again, our officials tonight, Tina Mitchell is up and Kirk Einspar is down. And again, the starters for Sunnyside, Ellie Palomares, number 2 out there. Ashlyn Schneider is number 6. Number 13 is Riley Murray. Lily Briones, number 14. Lolly Santana, number 15. Maddie Humphreys, number 17. The libero wearing the 8 red jersey is Maya Morales. Meanwhile, for Eastmont, they've got Michael Staines out there in libero. She's number 2. Brittany Howe, Emily Seidem, Dallas James, Mariah Orendane, Avery DeJurgis, and Brielle Precht. Those are the lineups here as Sunnyside won the toss, so they will serve first, and that is in. So an ace to start the match here tonight for Sunnyside.
Lolly.
The service, by the way, is by Lolly Santana. Santana with the serve, right hand for the left side, and a hefty serve. Staines is there. Now the kill attempt is in. Beautiful shot up front for Eastmont that time. And again, the down official is going to block me from some of the people up front for the Wildcats. I think that was Orendane with the kill and the point. And it goes out to Eastmont and should be a service to the Wildcats. It will. And the service will be to Abby Gale, who is into the ball game.
Abby Gale.
Gale, just a freshman, and her first service is in. And how about an ace for the first serve? And I think Sunnyside was out of rotation anyway on that service. So whether it fell in or not, I think our down official, Kirk Einspar, said that they were out of rotation. So 2-1 Eastmont with the early advantage here. As Gale will continue to serve, this time from the left side with the right hand, and that one is out. Good communication on the back row for Sunnyside as Maya Morales, the libero, says, yeah, I think that one's a little too long, so we're tied at 2. Service here for Sunnyside, and cross court she'll go. Back on the back line for Eastmont was Brittany Howe. Up front it comes to the Grizzlies, and a kill attempt cross court and a fan at it. It was touched by Eastmont, and it will be a point to Sunnyside. On the service here for the Grizzlies is Ashlyn Schneider, senior, with the second service. Good serve along the back line for Eastmont was Howe. Up front for the kill attempt was Orendane. Blocked by Eastmont. Sunnyside gets it back over. Get it up to the front line. Here's a reverse set. Nice kill attempt up front by Precht. But Sunnyside is there for the return. Good volley this time around for both teams. Now the kill, and it is in. On the back line, just inside the back line for the kill on the far side by Eastmont. And I think that was Sidem over there for the kill for the Wildcats. Service will be to Orendane. Mariah, the 5'5 senior, will drop back. Serve with the right hand from the left side. All tied up at 3 here in this first sets. First team to win 3 sets will win the match. If it goes to 5, they only count it to 15 points. So first team to 15 or to win by 2. This kill attempt is into the middle of the nets. A little bit shorthanded there by Precht. So the point goes to Sunnyside. So back and forth we go. It's about the third lead change we've had here in this first set. Try to keep track of that. Service will be to Morales for Sunnyside. She'll approach, and the ball a little bit too far out to the side. Good eyes over there by Brittany Howe. The 5'6 junior for Eastmont says, no, I think that one's a little bit too wide, and it was. Graceland Swedberg will come in here for the Wildcats and will replace Precht. And it will be Swedberg with the service. Left-handed serve for the back line, all the way back to Morales. Up front it comes, cross court. Back line for the Wildcats was Staines. Now the kill attempt, and it's in, and a point for Eastmont. Rotation good for the Wildcats. I think Swedberg got the kill, and now she'll get the service again here for Eastmont, leading at 5-4. Corinne Davis signals where on the court she wants to go with a serve. Back line it goes. Now up front on the kill attempt, there's a little touch. Could have been a carry called against Lily Briones. And the point goes to Eastmont. So 3 points in a row here captured by the Wildcats. They lead it 6-4. Swedberg again on the service. Tough serve, and that's going to go in as an ace. As back kind of the Morales on the back line back there. The ball came up towards her face, but was dying. So she says, well, I better get after that. Again, Swedberg doing a great job here for Eastmont. Backline Morales again. They just get it back over, does Sunnyside. There's the set up front, and the kill attempt for Eastmont. Off a hand it goes. Point to the Wildcats. Using the height advantage up front for Eastmont was Avery DeJurgis. The 6-foot sophomore came through with a big kill. And a point to the Wildcats, and they take a timeout here. Does Sunnyside. Again, Sunnyside coming off their first win of the season against Eisenhower, 3-2 last Thursday. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by Clean Air Connection. Keep your carpet, area rugs, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment inside your home. Call Clean Air Connection today or online at yourcleanconnection.com. Again, the first team to win 3 sets is the winner of the match. We're in the first set. Eastmont on top 8-4 here after the timeout by Sunnyside. Try to kill this rally here for Graceland Swedberg, 5'3 senior, doing well on the service for Eastmont. She'll serve it again. Down to a knee goes Sunnyside. They'll reverse it back at the kill attempt. It'll go off of a high arm on the back row for the Wildcats as it was Gale back there. She couldn't get enough of it. Substitutions here for Sunnyside as Aubrey Garza comes into the contest. So too does Gracie Morris. And it will be Morris on the service for the Grizzlies. So the timeout comes to fruition and snaps the string by Swedberg. Staines goes down to a knee, is able to return it. Now the kill for Eastmont is in for the point. Give a kill to Sidem, Emily. And now the service for Eastmont will be Brittany Howe. Howe serves with the right hand for the right side. Cross court, she'll go. Down to a knee is Morales. On the back line, Sunnyside gets it back over. It'll come to the back line of Eastmont. Michael Staines is there. Now the kill on the swipe up front by Avery DeJurgis. And she's able to get the point again. That's a couple of kills here in this first set for DeJurgis. Another service for Eastmont. And this one will go into the net off the hand of Brittany Howe. Substitution for Sunnyside. Back in comes Ashlyn Snyder. The service will be Lily Briones for the Grizzlies, trailing it 10-6. She'll go down the right side. There for Eastmont is James. Kill attempt, back line for Eastmont. Good job by Staines to get a piece of it. Now Eastmont can't get it over the net, however, so it's a point to Sunnyside. Good hustling play by Michael Staines back there just to get a hand on that kill by Sunnyside. Grizzlies with the point. They trail it by 3, 10-7. Staines again. Up front, here's the set. Reverse set, little touch at the line. Now back and forth across the net they go. There's a slap across court from Sunnyside. Eastmont is there. Wildcats go back line. It's in. Beautiful shot for the Wildcats. I believe Dallas James got that one. Substitution here for Eastmont. In comes Mariah Orendane. It will be Staines on the service. The libero for Eastmont. Wildcats up by 4, 11-7. Eastmont, even though it's lost its last 2 matches, has finally won some sets. This point's going to go to the Grizzlies. Going down on the floor to try to get after it was Brittany Howe. She can't get it. Emma Morgan comes in here for Sunnyside, and she'll have the service. The sophomore will serve it with the right hand from the right side, go right down the right side. Eastmont is there at least for the first part of the counter, and there's a point again for the Wildcats. Far side point given to Dallas James. Freshman coming through with some good hits here for Eastmont. Substitution for the Wildcats. In comes Brielle Precht. And the service on the back line will be by Emily Seidem. Wildcats up by 4. Seidem with the service. Left hand, back line. Right there is Sunnyside. They do get it across, but I think it's going to be a lift. Dalrymple was back there on the back line with a good job to return it, but Sunnyside can't do much more with it than that. Again, the service by Seidem. Back line again is Dalrymple, but again, all she could do is kind of just fend it. Ball falls for a point for Eastmont. Seidem trying to get her 4th point in a row. Back line it will go, and she will. It'll go down as an ace. Beautiful job on the service by Emily Seidem, the 5'6" sophomore coming through for Eastmont. And Corinne Davis talked about that here before the match, that she's had some ladies out sick, missing practice, and so she's had to juggle this lineup quite a bit. That one probably was too deep, but Sunnyside tries to get it across. They will not, and another point for Eastmont. Wildcats on a 5-point run here have now extended the lead to 8 at 16-8 as the sophomore Emily Seidem continues to serve well. This one down the line, it is out. She tried to go left hand down the right side, and that just had a little too much action on it. So it goes out, and substitution here, Lolly Santana comes back into the match, and she'll have the service for Sunnyside. Service by Santana. Cross court it goes. There is Staines for Eastmont, and a nice little soft touch at the net. Sunnyside able to counter, however, and get it back across. Back line it goes to Howe. Now up front for the little soft touch again, and a pancake attempt on the near side right by Schneider. She can't get enough of it, so a point to Eastmont. Wildcat service, Dallas James, the 5'9" freshman. Youth movement on here for Eastmont. Back line is Morales. Now up front. Now they get it across. Nice job by Sunnyside on the return here. There's a block attempt at the nets. Morales is there. She'll set it up for the cross-court shot. May have been a little deep, but Staines says, nope, we got to get that back across. Eastmont with a volley. Here's the set by Santana. And now a point for Sunnyside, as that kill was excellently achieved here by the Grizzlies. Abby Gale will come back into the match here for the Wildcats. And back to serve is Ashlyn Schneider, senior for the Grizzlies. Back line it will go. Eastmont is there as Orendane returns it. Now it's back to the back line. Santana is there. They'll just bump it back over, will the Grizzlies. Up front it comes. Here's the kill attempt. It's a little bit too deep off of the swing of the arm by Orendane. And it will be out and a point to Sunnyside. And that's something that Coach Corinne Davis told us before the match tonight. They've really been working on the hits. Just having better control of your arm, better control of your hand and your wrist on those strikes up front. And she said success ratio has only been around the 25% mark. And she says, well, that's why we're 0-6 on the season coming in. The service is into the net off of the hand of Orendane. So it'll be a point to Sunnyside, and the Grizzlies will have the service. It'll be Maya Morales, the junior libero, with the service. Staines on the back line. Up front, the set and the kill attempt by Eastmont. Sunnyside is there. Now this kill is out, but they say a point because it was touched by Eastmont. That's where the assistants really come in, the lines people really come in handy here. And the official up, Tina Mitchell, wants to talk to the lines person over there. Make sure that they did in fact see that that was touched. The ball went out, but if it's touched by one of the defenders, then it is a point to the other side. And that's after the discussion what they're talking about there. So it is a point to Sunnyside. Grizzlies trail it by 5, 18-13. Morales with the service. Back line for Eastmont. There was James. Now the kill attempt by the Wildcats, and this one won't get over the net on the return by Morales. And a point to Eastmont. In for the Wildcats is Swedberg, who did a great job serving earlier, and she'll have the service now as her team is 6 points away from claiming this first set here tonight. Left-handed service to Swedberg. Back line is Dalrymple, and they get it back across to Sunnyside. Set it up front. Here's the kill attempt by Eastmont. Goes off a hand, goes out of bounds. Point to Eastmont. Brittany Howe with a kill. 20-13, Eastmont up. We had 3 lead changes early, but Eastmont has kind of taken charge of this first set here. Swedberg on the service. Morales is there. Now they'll set it up front. Kind of a soft swipe by Dalrymple, and it's a point to Sunnyside. The Wildcats got out of sorts and couldn't get that ball back across the net. Back in comes Gracie Morris, and she'll have the service for the Grizzlies. Also back in is Aubrey Garza for Sunnyside. Service, back line. There for Eastmont is Gale. And another point to the Wildcats. They just did a nice job, just a little quick 3 hits and get it over and find the empty hole in the pond. Substitution is Dallas James comes in. The service will be by Brittany Howe. 5'6" junior looks at the scoreboard and sees that her team is 4 points away from winning this first set. Back line it goes. That'll go down as an ace. As down to a knee trying to field it was Lily Briones, and it caromed off of her thumb and goes out of bounds, and a point to Eastmont. Again, the service to Brittany Howe. Soft serve this time. There is Sunnyside. Little dink set up front. The swipe a little bit too long though, as Humphreys not able to get it, or was she? Yeah, no, she was. So a substitution for the Grizzlies, as back to serve will be Lily Briones. After the Grizzlies stay alive here, trailing it by 7, 22-15. Briones on the serve. Back line, they're twisting away with the shot was James. Now the left-handed kill attempt at the net is not going to fall. Little off balance by Sidham up front for Eastmont. So a point to the Grizzlies. Staying alive here. Trail it by 6. Briones with the service. Back line to Eastmont. Wildcats scrambling, need to get it over, and Staines does. Now Morales down. Staines right there again for the Wildcats. Here's the set up front, little touch, and into the net goes Sunnyside. It'll be a point to Eastmont. Just can't touch the net. Sometimes it's hard to tell, and if you're an official, hard to tell, because that ball hit the net. You got bodies right at the net. Eastmont trying to wrap it up here. Staines on the serve. Into the net it goes. That one, no doubt about it. So Michael Staines loses her chance on the service, and Sunnyside with that rotation continuing. Emma Morgan will come in, and she'll have the service.
Now the Grizzlies, Emmy Morgan.
Trailing it by 6, trying to close that gap even further here in this first set. Service, back line, ace. Brittany Howe was back there, and a little miscommunication between she and Dallas James. And the point goes to the Grizzlies. Morgan again on the service here. Emmy with the serve, and that goes into the nets. Haven't had many unforced errors on services here in this first set between the two teams, but a couple here in the last few serves. Substitution, back in comes Humphreys for the Grizzlies, and back in for Eastmont is Precht, and the service will be to Sidem. And that service goes into the net. So just as I first start talking about the fact that we haven't had too many unforced service errors, here we go. Back and forth. Who wants this? Ellie Palomares will come in for Sunnyside. The service will be to Lely Santana. Hold on. We've got maybe a rotation problem or a substitution issue. Got to make sure we keep track here. The official book is always the home book. That's if it's volleyball or basketball. So apparently you have a maximum amount of substitutions you can do. Kirk Einsbar explaining it to Camille Tree, the head coach for Sunnyside. 19 substitutions, I think I heard him say as he walked past me here. So he's telling the sunny side of it here that back into the match, Gracie Morris will have to come and Palomares will come out. So maybe just too many substitutions here as we are to the 43rd, 44th point of the match between the two sides. All right, so I think we're ready to go here, and the service will be to Sunnyside still as Santana has the serve. Could be the point for the match, and it is. Unforced service error, and it goes to Eastmont, 25-19. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back, and get you ready for set number 2 here between the Wildcats and Grizzlies. You're watching Big-9 Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams. At ColdwellBanker.com.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Uh-oh! Les Schwab tires is too. Because Les Schwab fixes brakes, steering, and more. See those guys? They just do tires. Eyes ahead, Dad! Look, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Blinker, I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first. Watch, they're gonna come greet me.
Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Coverage of Big-9 Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade, encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade is guiding you home in North Central Washington. Also by Confluence Health. High-quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality installation, service, and repair at Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. Eric Granstrom with you courtside at Eastmont High School, where the Wildcats win the opener of the best of 5, if you will, 25-19. First team to 3 sets is the victor. Sunnyside coming in after their first win of the season last week against Eisenhower, winning it 3-2. Eastmont has won a couple of sets in their last 2 matches, losing to Moses Lake 3-1 and losing to Eisenhower 3-1, hoping to pick up their first victory here at home tonight against the Grizzlies. About COVID time, we stopped changing sides of the net so the teams could keep to their side of things and keep the seats, the bench, if you will. Although it's been a long time, we still call it the bench. It's been a heck of a long time since it's actually been a bench. In fact, I think you're going to go to the Cracker Box gymnasiums for the old benches. They're cushioned seats now, so having to be sent to the bench is not such a bad thing anymore these days. Don't forget, we'll have live football coming up on Friday. Wenatchee and Moses Lake here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Grant and Brandon Harley will have your call here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7 from Lee-Bofto Field to the Apple Bowl coming up this Friday here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Officials discussing the lineups here and making sure everybody's on the same page. Tina Mitchell is our official up, so she's got the ladder across the way, so she gets a good view from above. The down umpire, or the down official, is Kirk Einsbar. And again, making sure that Sunnyside is okay with the rotation here. Eastmont will have the service. And the service will be to Graceland Swedberg. Did a great job in the first set. Swedberg's left-handed to serve, cross court, tough one. Right back across does Sunnyside get it. Now the kill attempts by the Wildcats, returned by the Grizzlies as Palomares into the lineup here. She had to come out because they had too many substitutions in that first set, did the Sunnyside Grizzlies. And the points here will go to Eastmont on the first point of this second set after Eastmont won the opener 25-19. Again, Swedberg's service. That one is in. Oh, my. Awfully close. Dalrymple right back there in the corner. She goes, oh, man, that looks a little deep. And she decided to let it go. And it hits the floor right inside the box. Kirk Einsbar is being asked by Corinne Davis to change out the ball, as this one pretty flat. Okay, so Kirk takes that ball out of play. And now they got a couple of good balls in there. Have to have the right flotation, or inflation, that is. Well, flotation, sure. If you're playing beach volleyball, you want good flotation on the ball. All right, so here we go, underway with this point in the second set. And Eastmont a little bit shy on the strike there by Michael Staines, and it goes out to Sunnyside on a point here for the Grizzlies. Service will be by Lolly Santana. She'll serve with the right hand from the left side, right in front of our camera down on the floor there. And the service return by Eastmont, done well. And now the challenge by Sunnyside to get it back across. We've got speakers that hang from the ceiling right here center court, so you don't want to hit those. This one is in. Oh, beautiful strike from up front by the Wildcats, Mariah Orendane. Senior comes through with the points and gets Eastmont the service back. And the service will be by Dallas James. A lot of youngsters in lineup here for Corinne Davis. James's service is tucking the top of the net, and that always makes it a challenge to keep your focus and concentration. Sunnyside gets it back across. Staines up front it goes. Now the reverse set. And the kill attempt up front for Eastmont by the Wildcats. Sunnyside there for the counter. There's a little touch, and it's going to be a point to Eastmont. Didn't quite get it across. I think that up front for the Grizzlies was Santana. Just couldn't quite get enough oomph on it. James again on the service for the Wildcats. Service across. Down to a knee. Good job by the libero that time. Is Mia Mendoza. They've got two different liberos, two different jersey colors. One red, one black here for Sunnyside. Wildcats get it back across as Vandergrift is in there for Eastmont. Now a kill attempt by Palomares. Goes right into the net, and she'll quickly come out as she's replaced by Gracie Morris. Meanwhile, the service goes to Eastmont as Dallas James will have the serve. And that serve cross court again. Nice job by the libero over there to get that ball back across. Now the set up front for Eastmont, and a whiff up front by the Wildcats. Orendane couldn't quite get that one. Substitution for Eastmont as Abby Gale comes back in. The service to Sunnyside will be Ashlyn Schneider. Also back in here for the Grizzlies is Lily Briones. The Wildcats will bring in Brittany Howe. Service to Sunnyside in a 5-2 contest here in the second set. Good job by the Wildcats. Getting down to a knee was Gale. A freshman comes through there. Here's a set for Sunnyside. Kill attempt blocked nicely up front for Eastmont by Nevaeh Vandergrift. 5'10 senior. The wall up front. It'll be Orendane on the service. Eastmont up by 4. Orendane service. Backline it goes. There is that new libero. We'll get her name again here for you in a second. Tip, tip, tip at the net. That is Mendoza. Mendoza, the libero, and this one is outside the antenna on the attempt here near side by Briones. And the point goes to Eastmont. Orendane on the service for the Wildcats. And hang on before we serve. Well, nope, we're going to get that serve in. And Mendoza is there. Here's the kill attempt at the net. Another block by Eastmont. As Vandergrift right there again for the Wildcats. You got Vandergrift, and you have DeJurgis up front, 5'10 and 6 foot. That's pretty good imposing front line now for the Wildcats. Asking about a captain for Sunnyside. Gracie Morris will be that person. Meanwhile, the service for Eastmont is by Orendane in an 8-2 contest. Backline it goes. There's Sunnyside. Grizzlies reverse it. Kind of an awkward hit there, but they do get it across. Here's a kill attempt by Eastmont. Scramble by Sunnyside. They got to get it across here. They do. Wildcats with the talk on the other side. Here's the set up front and a block. And a nice job. Eastmont went under the nets, whether they were able to get that ball back or not. As Sunnyside up front to Briones applying the defensive block up front. They'll get some height in as Maddie Humphreys will come back in. She's got to be about 6 feet. She'll step up. And the Mia Mendoza libero in this one will have the service, but the service is short and a point to Eastmont. 9-3 our score. More substitutions for the Wildcats. As in comes Precht. Also in is Soydam. And it'll be Sedan. Okay. That's what the PA announcer says, Sedan, so I'll go with that. And he attends school here, so he would know better than I. Back line for Sedan. There is Mendoza. The kill attempt, cross court, goes sailing. Let's see, we've got Wildcat into the nets, according to our down official, so that's a point to Sunnyside. In comes Aubrey Garza for the Grizzlies. The service will be to Gracie Morris. Morris, right hand down the right side. Eastmont is there. They got to get it across, though. Got to communicate, and they don't. The ball falls in. See, that's the issue you've got with so many youngsters in the lineup. Not a lot of varsity experience out there right now with freshmen and sophomores. And the point goes to the Grizzlies. Here's the service back line. There is Staines. Up front it comes. Here's the set, the kill. There on a knee is the Grizzlies. They do get it back across. Eastmont, Stain up front. Here's the set. And a little soft touch instead of the kill attempt by DeJurgis. Staines again. DeJurgis, no, it's going to be on the far side. A little bit too deep by Brittany Howe. And a point to Sunnyside again. Grizzlies coming right back in this one. Trail it by 3, 9-6. Service again to Morris. Down the line it goes, and an ace. Wildcats. Precht was there. She couldn't get enough of it. Goes off of she and Howe out of bounds. It'll be a point to the Grizzlies. They now trail it by 2. But a comeback here by Sunnyside. Again, the service. Staines is there. They got to hustle again. They're out of sorts. They do get it across to Eastmont. Here's a set. Big, tall up front. Nice block by Eastmont. Here's a touch down the line. Eastmont is there, scrambling, trying to get it across. They can't. And how about this run by Sunnyside and looking towards Corinne Davis to see if they are going to get a timeout here. Well, they need a timeout momentarily to tie a shoe for the Wildcats up front, as DeJurgis gets it all tied up there. Now the service for Sunnyside by Morris. Eastmont barely gets it back across the line. This one's going to go out as just reaching down. Humphreys with a right hand just kind of belted it. And that kind of a lucky point for Eastmont to snap a string there. That was, what, 4 or 5 points in a row here for Sunnyside. Service for Eastmont. There is Montoya. They do get it across to Sunnyside. Staines up front. Eastmont into the net. The sets for Eastmont just not quite finding the places they want them to be. And a substitution for the Wildcats. Kira Davis will come in for the first time. And the service will be Briones for Sunnyside, trailing it just by 1 now. Briones, what a hard serve that was. Eastmont does a good job to get it. And now a kill attempt at the net. Does not touch a body and will be a tie game. Just a little bit too strong by DeJurgis. Still no timeout called by Corinne Davis here. Got an untied shoe for Sunnyside. They get that straightened out. And here's Briones trying to give Sunnyside the lead. Service, back line. Eastmont kind of getting a little tight here. And it is a point to the Grizzlies, and a timeout going to be taken by Corinne Davis and the Wildcats on this run here by Sunnyside. We'll drop aside for 30 seconds and come back. Grizzlies by 1 here in the second set. You're watching Big-9 Volleyball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an Environmentally Green Dealership Award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Back we are getting ready for the next serve by Sunnyside as they've gone on quite a run here to take over the lead in the second set to 11-10 as Lily Briones continues to serve here for the Grizzlies. from the middle. She'll serve down, back right. Staines is there. Just scramble now for Eastmont as they try to get it back over. They do. And we're going to get a double hit and a point to the Grizzlies. And Eastmont just kind of the wheels rattling on that apple cart right now for the Wildcats. Trail it by 2, 12-10. Service by Briones again. High arcing serve. Michaela Staines is there for Eastmont. Now up front on the kill attempt. Falling down. Sunnyside got it. They got it back across, but the kill attempt is a little bit too wide and too strong from Schneider. Point to Eastmont. That stops quite a string here for Sunnyside. As the Grizzlies still lead it by 1. The service for Michaela Staines for Eastmont. Service, oh, that is a beautiful serve, and that's going to go down as an ace for Eastmont. Just when the Wildcats needed it most, Staines comes through with a gorgeous serve. Again, Michaela on the service here for Eastmont. And that one's a little bit too deep as that just skyrocketed through the atmosphere here at Eastmont High School. Sometimes those bowls, after you hit them, seem like they get helium inside of them.
Now for the Grizzlies.
Amy Morgan comes back in here for the Grizzlies as they lead it by 1, 13-12. Quite a second set here tonight. Service back line, and they get it over, and that just is an easy set basically for the Grizzlies. And for Schneider just to pound that back across the net. Thank you very much. 14-12. Largest lead here for Sunnyside in this match has been 2, where it is right now. Service again. This one goes into the net. Amy Morgan can't get that one to fall across. Substitutions for Eastmont. Vandergrift comes back in. So too will Swedberg, and I think Swedberg will have the service. Meanwhile, for the Grizzlies, they'll rotate bodies around and put their libero, Mia Mendoza, back in there. Here's Swedberg's serve. Back to the back line for Sunnyside. They set it back up. Cross court it goes. Eastmont is there. Wildcats need to get it back across. With the swipe up front, they get it across. Good volley this time around. Communicating on both sides. And this is handled by Sunnyside on a deep hit. Now they get it across, and it's out. Big point for the Wildcats as they tied it back up here at 14. It'll be interesting to see if Eastmont can recover from this kind of stumble in this set. Swedberg's service was deep, but returned here by Sunnyside. Grizzlies, can't get it across. A little soft on the right hand there by Dalrymple. And the point goes to Eastmont. No, they're going to say point to Sunnyside. They say that Eastmont was into the net. Oh my. Mental error there for the Wildcats. Santana comes back in. She'll have the service with the Grizzlies on top, 15-14. Looked like Eastmont was going to get on a little run there with Swedberg serving, but no. Santana with a serve. Back line it goes. Staines is there. Scramble down for Eastmont as they do get it across. And I think Sunnyside could have been called for into the net, but nonetheless, it is a point to Eastmont. Flopping down on the floor was Dalrymple trying to get after it, and she can't. Big smile on her face. All tied at 15 with a service to Dallas James for the Wildcats. Dallas approaches. Cross court she'll go. Down to a knee was Schneider. Cross court shot again. This one will go off a hand and out of bounds and a point to Sunnyside. Schneider will have the service for the Grizzlies, leading it by 1. Sunnyside has come to play here tonight. Schneider's service, though, goes right in the middle of the net. Not what Coach Tree was looking for, Camille Tree, head coach for the Grizzlies. Service now for Eastmont will be Mariah Orendane. Orendane pounds that ball and then serves, and that is a strong serve, and that's going to be an ace here for the Wildcats. Good attempt on the back line back there by Morales, but she just can't get to it. And again, Orendane just punishes that ball before she serves it. And another ace. 2 in a row for Orendane. And now we're going to get a timeout taken by Sunnyside. We will take a break as well on the broadcast. 18-16 here in the second set. Eastmont trying to rebound from a little lull. We'll come back with more next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Monday through Friday at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, or go to our website at ncwlife.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. North Central Washington, the NCWLIFE Channel has you covered.
Coverage of Big-9 Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. It's 509-423-2207. Service continues by Orendane, and almost 3 aces in a row, but a flop return here by Sunnyside, and the Grizzlies get the point on another block on a kill attempt at the nets, but right there was Riley Murray for the Grizzlies. And she'll come out, and the service will go over to Sunnyside, so the timeout works to their advantage as they trail it by 1, but get the service back, and it's Mendoza on the serve. Back line she'll go, and Eastmont needs to get it over. They do. And this one will be off of the fist, kind of out of control by Mendoza, and a point to Eastmont. So the Wildcats get the service back, and it will be Emily Saddam the service. Saddam with the left-handed just creeps over the nets, and turning her back to try to get ready for the set was Santana. Can't blame her. Ball looked like it was going over. And as it hits the top of the net, just trickles down and hits her foot. Service, back line. There is Mendoza. Here's a set up front. It's a 50-50 ball, and into the net goes Sunnyside. So another point to Eastmont. Sunnyside very much a gamer here in the second set, but now they trail it by 4. Eastmont on a run. Beautiful serve again, and this one is going to be another point for the Wildcats on 4 hits against Sunnyside. Some good sets in a row here by Saddam for Eastmont. 3 points from winning this second set, and it goes into the net. So Sunnyside stays alive, creeps a little closer, 22-18. Cadets, or excuse me, the Grizzlies will send Gracie Morris back to serve. Also back in comes Aubrey Garza. And we got to wait for the down official to be ready. Kirk Einsbar says, all right, after checking with the table, scoring table. Service, backline Michaela Staines. Up front, rotated around. Here's the kill attempt by the Wildcats, Swedberg. Sunnyside went back row with it and looked like it may have been deep, but no. Eastmont with a return. Here trying to get after it is Mendoza, and Sunnyside's going to lose this point. Kind of went awry as Briones had to turn her back to the court to try to get that ball over her head backwards. Dallas James checks back in for the Wildcats, and Howe will have the service. Service for Howe across court. Good. Briones turn. Sure kill attempt. Hit the antenna. And so everything starts wiggling here, and including the arms of the officials, signaling it's out. Eastmont a point away from winning this second set after trailing it here big time to Sunnyside. Service by Howe. Cross court she'll go. Sunnyside trying to stay alive. There's a little touch at the net, and that'll fall in for a point. Nice idea there by Maddie Humphreys. The sophomore comes through with a little touch, and the service will be to Briones.
Also for the Grizzlies, Lily
Schneider in for the Grizzlies. Still, this is, even though it's their serve, set point. Service, Briones, across. Eastmont just flicks it right back, and a point. It works out nicely for DeJurgis, and the Wildcats win the second set here, 25-19. So the same score for our first two sets. Eastmont going to go for the sweep and try to get their first win of the season coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi, this is Eric Granstrom, the NCWLIFE Channel Sports Director. While the teams are working hard, we're working hard to bring you 20 broadcasts this fall.
Over the middle, the ball is caught, and just like that, gets through everybody.
It's Eastmont
to the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
It's Wenatchee.
In 5. Touchdown.
Stephen Cashmere.
Killed by Nell. It's in. Good maneuver. Red footer. Go, 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 go.
Right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Können Sie mir das Problem sagen?
Meinen Zylinder überschwimmt. Flute, ich habe mein Fugen verloren.
Keine Sorge.
Global Car Care. We speak your car's language.
Fragenschlussen. Hey, you.
Well, I got a leaky transmission, my head gasket's shot, and I could use some new brake pads.
That dog don't hunt.
Global Car Care. We speak your car or truck's language.
This is Grace, and this is her world record-holding guinea pig with an iconic name, Abby.
She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the highest bar jump by a guinea pig. I ride horses, and I jump, so I kind of thought it'd be interesting to teach my guinea pig to jump like my horse does.
One day, she came out of her room and looked at us, and I said, "Did you get it?" And she said, "Yeah, we got it."
After we won our award, we came to Abby's to celebrate.
Our broadcast of Big-9 Volleyball tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop and schedule your time on their Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 509-884-4653. That's 509-884-4653. And I'll tell you what, that's a kind of an unusual spot, but a cool spot to have your company Christmas party. You can have it catered with food there. They've got the games you can play on those big simulators. You can play golf, but you can also play some other fun stuff too. Give Highlander a call at 509-884-4653. Appreciate you joining us on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for the third set here. First two sets with the same score, 25-19-19, both in favor of Eastmont, as they'll try to win their first match of the season here tonight at home and defend the home floor against Sunnyside. I'll give you credit, though, to the Grizzlies. Boy, they came firing in on that second set, led it for a time, but then Eastmont came back. Here's a service and almost an ace for the Grizzlies, but Eastmont can't get this one to come back across as it hits speaker up above, or a light up above, and goes cascading down back to the court. And so points for the Grizzlies as Lolly Santana continues on the service here for Sunnyside. Hefty serve by Santana. Eastmont scrambling, can't get the point across, so that's basically another ace here for Santana and the Grizzlies. Brittany Howe is the recipient on that one, and that just came right up in her grill. Santana again. Hefty service down the backside middle it goes. Wildcats trying to finally get it over, and they do. Our first volley of this third set, and that's going to be a point to Eastmont. Grizzlies led by as many as, 4 or 5 points in that second set. Eastmont came back for the win, 25-19. Now the service here for the Wildcats by Gale. She gets it across. There's a little fist bump at the net by Mendoza, as now Sunnyside will counter. They need to get it across, and they can't. Grizzlies into that second set, and here to start the third, kind of out of rotation. Not a lot of communication going on as Abby Gale, the freshman, will continue on the service for Eastmont, tied up at 2. Service by Gale. There is Sunnyside, but they get it right back across. See if Eastmont can capitalize, and they will not, as it was a point to Sunnyside. It's out. Service here for the Grizzlies will be by Ashlyn Schneider. Quite a few seniors on this club here for Coach Tree. Camille Tree, the head coach for the Grizzlies. Here's a block at the net. Eastmont trying to keep it up, but they're going to say 4 hits by the Wildcats as it never got over the nets, and a point to the Grizzlies. Which would win, a Wildcat or a Grizzly? It's, by the way, the anniversary, I think it was 4 years ago, when Mike Leach was asked the question in a post-practice press conference if he could take all the mascots from the Pac-12 and put them off against each other, which would win the ultimate grudge match. And Coach Leach, unfortunately, passing away a year ago of a sudden heart attack, but he certainly provided us a lot of entertainment, that's for sure. Entertaining third sets here as Eastmont's tied it up at 4. Here's the service back line. Mendoza is there. And a little miscommunication for the Grizzlies as 2 players thought each were going to take it. None of them does, and it falls to the floor for a point for Eastmont. Wildcats lead at 5-4. Mariah Orendane on the service here for the Wildcats. Orendane showed us that in the second set, where she just pummels that ball before she serves it. Approaches on a slow walk, and now a scramble here for Sunnyside. They do get it across. Wildcats trying to counter. A flat-footed shot here by Zoe Kleithel, and can't get it across. Zoe seeing her first time here in the varsity match. Michael Staines comes back in for Eastmont. Meanwhile, the service will be to the libero, Mia Mendoza. She'll get it across on the jump serve. Kleithel got it back for Eastmont. Wildcats get it back over the net. There's a touch. Wildcats scrambling. Zeithel is there. They get it back across. Nice job up front. Here's a little kill at the net. No, they're going to say Eastmont into the nets. I thought DeJurgis was clean, but no, they say she got into the net on that kill attempt, or the block, I should say, right at the net. So it's a point to Sunnyside. Grizzlies back up here by 1-6-5. Jump serve again. We're going to get a point to Eastmont as the rotation was out of rotation for Sunnyside. They didn't have enough people on the back line on the service.
Now for the Wildcats, Emily Sedan.
So Sedan will have the service. Her serve is across, but will go falling down as an ace as it just ticked the top of the net here for Eastmont. Wildcats have Lauren Magnuson also into the match for the first time. Magnuson on the front line wearing number 6. Hard to see it with a ponytail on the back. Service again by Saddam. Sunnyside with a reverse rotation. They get it. Now the Wildcats need to get it across. Does DeJurgis. Here's a kill attempt down the line, and I think it was out. It was. The kill here by Sunnyside's Morales. Service again by Sedan. And hold on. We've got another shoe tie. Somebody needs to teach him the granny knot that my Aunt Kathy showed me when I was learning how to tie my shoes back when I was, I don't remember how old I was, probably, I don't know, 4, 5, 5, 6, something like that. Service by Sedan. Return by Sunnyside. Grizzlies just got that ball high. That was too high. Tough one for to time the jump by Briones, and she can't, and so a point to Eastmont. So Wildcats up by 3 here, and a little run on the serving by Emily Sedan. Service. Cross court, ticks the net again. It always just kind of makes you hesitate. And now, Sunnyside with a good kill attempt. Eastmont needs to get it over. They do on a reverse bump. Here's the set, and the touch at the net by Sunnyside. Eastmont counters. They get it back across. Good job by Santana to keep it alive here for the Grizzlies. Little swooping shot there for Eastmont by Sedan. And this is our best volley of the match. We're going to get a point to Eastmont on a lift by Sunnyside. Grizzlies again having to kneel down and tie a shoe here. So you do the one rabbit around the horn and through the loop. You need to do it twice. It's a half hitch on the loops after you get the first loops tied. That's the granny knot that I was shown when I was a kid. Little touch. Ooh, tough play. Diving down. Eastmont keeps it alive. Nice job by the Wildcats there. And here's a kill attempt at the nets. Eastmont's Stain is there. They need to get it across. They do. Just kind of a scramble on the Eastmont side of the net right now. And that one probably was long, but diving after it was Abigail, and the freshman can't get to it. And it's a point to Sunnyside, snapping a little string there by Eastmont. 10-7, Wildcats by 3. Service to Gracie Morris. Morris with the right hand for the right side. Cross court, she'll go. Back line for Eastmont there was Howe. And now the kill. Strong attempt at the line. Sunnyside, though, with a counter. Back line it goes. There's Staines again. Now the kill. Swipe. Good. Point. DeJurgis. 6-foot sophomore, learning as she goes with every ball and every service. 11-7 our score. Brittany Howe on the service for the Wildcats. Into the net, ticks over the net, falls in for an ace. Oh my. See, that helps kids when you put a lot of mustard behind it. Hit the top of the net, shouldn't have gone over, but did. Again, the service. Again, this one almost hit the same spot of the net. This time does not go over. Bunch of substitutions here for Sunnyside. Well, they were bringing them in. Now they're bringing them out.
Lily Briones.
Schneider stays in, and Briones will have the service, trailing it by 4. Back line to Eastmont. They are there, the Cats. Now the kill attempt, and this one rattles around a couple of bodies up front, and give the credit on the kill to DeJurgis. She'll come out. Drifting back to serve is Michael Staines. As they lead it by 5, does Eastmont. Staines on the serve. Cross court she'll go. Down to a knee is the Sunnyside Dalrymple, and just not enough to get back on it, because right there to kill it was Eastmont, and a timeout going to be taken by Sunnyside. We'll take a break as well. 30 seconds on the broadcast. 14-8 the score. Eastmont on top. You're watching Big-9 Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Of Big-9 Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling? Call Kennedy Real Estate Group online at kennedygroup.com. That's spelled K-E-N-A-D-Y group.com. Also by Les Schwab. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Michael Staines will continue on the service for Eastmont after the timeout taken by Sunnyside. Kirk Heinzbar making sure that everybody that is on the floor should be on the floor, and everybody that's on the floor is in their correct position. It looks like we're good to go. And so Mr. Heinzbar will tell Tina Mitchell it's up to her, so she gives the whistle, and here we go. Staines on the service. Back line, it'll go. Dalrymple can't get a good bump on it, and so it'll go down as an ace for Staines. And Eastmont up 15-8. Wildcats trying to win their first match of the season right here tonight at home on the NCWLIFE Channel. Michael Staines, cross court, she'll go again. Wow. Dalrymple's able to get down to a knee and get that one. Morales keeps it alive. Now a scramble. They do get it across. Eastmont just bumps it right back over. Grizzlies return it. Back line to Eastmont as they'll rotation. And there's Sunnyside again. Good volley here. Wildcats, they're going to watch this one go out of bounds, though. And a point to Eastmont. Substitution here for the Grizzlies as Morgan will come in. Meanwhile, Michael Staines, there you go, on the service for Eastmont, leading at 16-8. Boy, the service was deep. Dalrymple's there. And it's going to go down as an ace, basically, because the Grizzlies cannot get it back over the net. That was a hefty serve from Michael Staines. Oh, now I got another shoe untied. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Malcolm just asked me during the timeout. Anybody heard of a double knot? All right, here we go. Staines, service, Eastmont, third set, trying to get the sweep here tonight. Lead it 17-8, does the Wildcats. Staines serve, into the net it goes. So that almost worked as good as a timeout to have your shoe untied. Rotation for Sunnyside. The libero will come out. In comes Murray, and back to serve is Humphreys. Service for Humphreys. Just gets it across. Good. Return. Eastmont. Kill attempt up front. There was Gale. Flat-footed cross court, and not quite the trajectory that Aubrey Garza was hoping for. Goes out of bounds. Substitutions for Eastmont. McKenna Bennett will come in, and she will have the service. Also in is Zoe Kleithel. Where's number 5? She's on the front line right now. Service by Bennett. Got it back across. Good job. Here's a return by Sunnyside. They get it across. Eastmont. Skill attempt by Zeitel. Now they went across the net. And how about a point to Eastmont and give that credit to Zoe Kleithel. McKenna Bennett, another freshman on the floor here for Coach Corinne Davis. Leading it by 10. Service, cross court, good. Return, Garza, kill, deep, too deep. Point Eastmont. Getting good elevation that time was Riley Murray, but a senior strike just a little bit too deep. Bennett again on the service. Cross court she'll go, and a little bit too far cross court, as that will spin out of bounds and be a point to Sunnyside. 20-10. Eastmont won the first set, 25-19. Won the second set by that same score of 25-19. And have led most of this third. Biggest margin moments ago at 11 points for Eastmont. Good service there for Sunnyside. Scrambled by the Wildcats. There is Santana. Cross court, and they got it inside the antenna. Nice job there by Sunnyside. Here's a kill attempt and a block attempt at the net. That just kind of didn't help the rest of the Grizzlies. Give credit to Orendane, I believe, on the kill there for Eastmont. Brittany Howe comes back into the contest. Meanwhile, it will be Abby Gale on the service. Flat-footed serve comes back across Eastmont. Oops, somebody should have had it. Bennett was there, and so too was Kleithel, and they both let it fall. 21-11 our score. And back to serve here is Emmy Morgan for Sunnyside. Morgan's service. Back line it goes. Eastmont is there. Abigail. Here's the set. The kill. And it's out. Good idea for the Wildcats. Orendane just couldn't quite get the connection, though, on that kill attempt. Stomping the floor on her side in disgust right now. Meanwhile, service again is for Morgan for Sunnyside. Back line she'll go. Staines down to a knee, and Wildcats out of sorts as flinging across trying to get it was Bennett, and she can't. Another point for Sunnyside. Grizzlies trying to come back here against the reserves of Eastmont. Amy Morgan continues her service, and this one is out. Back into the lineup up front is DeJurgis for Eastmont. Meanwhile, service will be to Mariah Orendane. The 5'5 senior's done well on her serves tonight. Orendane approaches, and her service is across to the back line to Morales. Here's a reverse, now the touch, and it is out. No, they're going to say in. Bennett thought it was out. The officials check with the lines, and lines say out. They'll go with that, and so it's a point to Sunnyside. 22-14 the score. Back in comes Humphreys, and back to serve is Mendoza. Service by Mendoza, into the net it goes. Eastmont a couple of points away from wrapping up this match here tonight, their first win of the season. Back to serve for Eastmont will be Sedan. Kleifel will come back in on the front line here for the Wildcats. As the sophomore trying to win it for the Wildcats. Sedan service. Backline Morales is there. Up front on the set. Here's the kill attempt at the net. A block by Eastmont. Wildcats scrambling. They get it back across. Backline to Morales. Up front it comes. They'll reverse the set this time. Little touch at the net, and they're going to get a point to Eastmont. 4 hits against Sunnyside. Wildcats on the verge here, 24-14, and you can bet Curran Davis's club going to jump and holler if they can get the win here. Sedan service, back line. There is Sunnyside. They rotate it around, get it back across. Wildcats feeling it here. Kill attempt, cross court, scrambling, Morales. She gets it back across. Staines on the back line for Eastmont. Here's the kill attempt up front, swipe, and it is out by about a ball width. (24-15) our score. Service out to Sunnyside. Gracie Morris, freshman, going to try to keep it alive here tonight on the road in the Wenatchee Valley. Morris with the service. Staines is there. Up front it comes. Now a flat-footed kill attempt. Back line to Sunnyside. Up they rotate it around, and back line to Eastmont, and Staines can't get enough on it as Humphreys will get the kill for the Grizzlies. Keeping it alive is Sunnyside, 24-16. Shouldering the pressure is Morris, the freshman, but this time it goes into the net, and that'll be the point and the match. And Eastmont will win its first contest of the season, 25-16. They take all 3 sets here from the Grizzlies. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Also by Save Mart, shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. And Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. We will take a break and come back. Post-game show coming up. We'll talk to Coach Corinne Davis and a player of her choice as Eastmont gets a sweep here tonight, 25-19, 19-16. We're back with the post-game coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Abby's has been around the Pacific Northwest for generations. Yep, our parking lot used to have phone booths, and this amazing hair was considered to be in style. You know what hasn't changed in the past 59 years? Our recipes, hand-rolled dough, and toppings to the edge. That's what makes us legendary. It's back, baby. You asked for it, and Abby's listened.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Cheddar.
Yep. This amazing pizza is on sale for a very limited time. Hurry in or order at abbys.com. Your taste buds and family will thank you.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
and you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel, where the Eastmont Wildcats win their first match of the season, sweeping aside the Sunnyside Grizzlies 25-19, 19, and 16. Corinne Davis joining us along with Michael Staines here on the postgame show. Well, Coach, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Feels good for sure.
Talk about what you had to say to the girls after this match.
Way to finally get it done. and that I was proud of them because they worked on, each one of them had a set of 5 goals for themselves. And I could see each one of them working on those things, and that was just huge, and that was the difference.
Now, I give you the choice of who we talk to afterwards. Why did you pick Michael?
Mickey, or Michaela. Okay. Michaela. So I picked Mickey because she is one of my senior captains, and day in and day out, she just takes charge and cleans up that back row, so she deserves the recognition. Win or lose, this is the girl, for sure.
Okay, Mickey, what do you have to say about hearing that from your coach?
It feels really good. I mean, it's nice getting recognition, especially from back row, because usually passers don't get as much recognition as like the hitters, so it feels nice.
Talk about so many young ladies out there on the floor with you tonight and being able to overcome maybe inexperience and things like that to get your guys' first win. What do you have to do, and maybe even just talk on the floor to some of those freshmen and sophomores to, okay, just keep with it?
I mean, like, I know they're young, so it's like I'm not hard on them, like, and I mean they do a pretty good job staying hyped, and I don't know, I'm really proud of them. So
you guys fell behind in that second set. Did you get worried at all? You're thinking, oh, here we go.
I didn't get too worried. I mean, I knew we'd come back, but we always have our ups and downs. So, I mean, but I knew we'd pull through, so.
For you guys, what does it mean to get this first win and finally get that monkey off your back?
It feels really nice, and it's good to know that we can have a winning season, so.
Yeah. There you go. We're not quite to the halfway point, Coach, so congratulations on the win tonight. Go enjoy it with your ladies.
Yes, feels really great.
Corinne Davis and Mickey Staines joining us here on the postgame show. We'll come back and wrap it up here from Eastmont High School. Coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi, this is Eric Granstrom, the NCWLIFE Channel Sports Director. While the teams are working hard, we're working hard to bring you 20 broadcasts this fall.
Over the middle, the ball is caught, and just like that, gets through everybody.
It's Eastmont
to the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
It's Wenatchee.
10-5, touchdown.
Stephen Cashmere.
Field by Nell. It's in.
Good maneuver. Right footed. Go, 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 go.
right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel, where the Eastmont Wildcats get their first victory of the season, knocking off Sunnyside tonight by scores of 25, 19, 19, and 16 to get their first win and hand Sunnyside their 6th loss of the season. So we'll see what happens, and maybe this is a turnaround point here for Eastmont as the season continues. We'll be back here again next Tuesday with more volleyball at Eastmont High School. We'll be across the river coming up on Friday for football as the Wenatchee Panthers host the Moses Lake Mavericks. Be sure and join us for that Friday night, starting with our pregame at 6:30. For our crew here tonight, to, let's see if I can get everybody right here, Joshua Malone, who was the last second call-in, so thank you, Joshua. To Josiah Davison, our line producer here, also called in last minute to produce back in the studios, Malcolm Whitehall. And then, of course, up above, we had Oliver Cadre running our camera number 1 tonight. That's going to wrap it up for our broadcast of Big-9 Volleyball tonight, where Eastmont sweeps aside the Sunnyside Grizzlies. Have a good night, everybody.
Devereaux is going to pat. No, it's Bishop in there now.
Tonight's coverage of live local sports has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Thanks for joining us for live coverage of local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
That'll be it for the night as the Wenatchee Panthers.